Toronto Island ferry service has been reduced for the rest of the summer following a weekend crash that injured 12 people. The city is now warning passengers to expect much longer than usual wait times.
And for more on how the reduction in service is going to impact people who live on the Toronto Islands, we're joined by Tony Fairbrother, chair of the Toronto Island Community Association. So, Tony, what is it looking like today, after everything happened this weekend?
Well, fortunately, the rain is keeping the crowds away, so the service is doing okay. The challenge for us is that, with 3 boats, during the week, they generally can manage, right? It's the weekends, or if it's really busy, that the crowds. So for people coming to the island, if it's on lousy weather, you're probably okay. Mm-hmm. But when it's really busy, like it was on Saturday, the crowds are beyond the normal ferry's capacity. So to be missing any ferry meant huge numbers of people, especially later, were stuck on the island. And the island's just, well, people do come by water taxi, right? They don't necessarily want to pay to go back. They charge to come over. So the ferry actually has more challenge taking people off the island. And with one less boat, it means that people should be prepared to wait, not so much to get over. They forget that they have to wait to come back. Mm. And unfortunately, the parks closes the washrooms. We've even had at midnight, so sometimes they close them early. So we've had people waiting in line with no washrooms, no water, no restaurant. So people need to think about it. If you're coming over, and we hope people do, they got to think about the wait going back, not just the wait coming over. Have water, have food. We've seen some very sad situations with families who are totally unprepared for 2-3 hour wait to get back on the boat when they're already had their day, right?
Oh, wow.
So for us, it's not too bad, though. It's really difficult for people to have to count on a schedule. They are trying to do their best to maintain service towards close to what we have to, but if you have a job or a fixed schedule, they're not guaranteeing the schedule. So if you're like me, retired, okay, if I have to wait half an hour, that's not so bad in the summer. But for people that have a job or appointments or doctors, or it is challenging. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yes, and Tony, you mentioned that one of the ferries is out. I'm assuming that's the Sam McBride ferry. There was also, I'm guessing, damage to the dock. Is there any indication when this investigation will wrap up and when service will resume to normal operations?
Well, the city likes to keep that information close to itself. The boat, there may have been a mechanical problem with the boat, but the boat is a big old boat and it doesn't look particularly damaged. So it probably needs to be rechecked. The dock is really badly damaged. Like the boat hit it pretty heavy, so that was the dock that took a lot of damage. And it's hard to tell from what they're letting us see. It could take a while, though they are working away. But to get the boat rechecked, to get the dock reworking, this is actually peak time. We're coming up to Labor Day weekend, so I wouldn't expect it. I mean, of course, there's pressure on them. They make money on the ferry, and but I do encourage people to if they are coming over, just plan it could be a longer wait to go back, or else be prepared to pay the extra for the water taxis. But don't assume the water taxis run late. Don't stay late. The water taxis don't always run late, and we have people so they just count on the boat to take them back.
Okay, good advice. And I guess the takeaway is plan ahead or go on a rainy day like today. Tony
Yes.
Fairbrother, chair of the Toronto Island Community Association, thanks for your time.